But gentlemen,
But
listen, you got to understand something. At the end of the day, what do men want? Men, y'all be talking about men want peace. I'm not the guy who says I want peace. I want respect. Respect brings about peace. Give me respect, and I won't know if you love me or not. See, you can love me all you want. Darwin, a woman can love me all she wants. Now, granted, it's obviously best to have both. But a woman can love me all she wants and not respect me. That is very possible. But it's
peace is not
hard.
peace is
It's
not the only
Also,
thing that
bruiser,
men want.
bruiser. No,
but hold on.
bruiser.
Men
It's
also want his assets. Men also wants his children in his
but you
life as
can't get
well.
all of that right away. We got to start with something, right? When we're talking
No,
about when
you got to start with what actually takes place, bro.
no, because children don't come before respect. The
No, that's
respect
not.
is
But see, what you're trying to do is put this in in order of precedence. I'm just
that's the
speaking.
problem. People
Oh
don't
no,
do that.
Hold on, wait,
I'm
I'm
wait, wait.
trying
No,
to
talking to
no,
give
no,
the
you a
no.
fact.
Bruiser,
structural
bruiser,
format for this to
bruiser,
work.
bruiser. See, this is where this is where we're missing the mark. Again, we're talking about a stepford wife, a woman that was the perfect wife for you. That means that just as much as you invested in it, she also invested in it.
I wasn't
I don't,
talking about a stepper wife. Y'all
I
putting all these
am.
connotations.
That's why you're basing the argument off of what I said.
Okay,
I
well then
said if a
y'all moving the
I did
goalposts
not.
because
I
we didn't.
kept it. I've been the same. I said, if you're talking about a woman that could pretend to be the perfect wife, ultimately submissive, what that woman described that she is, if she can be that for 30 years and be faking it, you can count that as a win. There is no woman on this planet that could do that. That is an impossibility. But if you're saying that, and so when you say that you push back and say, well, what if I lose everything? If your woman was the perfect wife for you, that means whatever money she brought into you, she allowed you to take it and invest it if she needed to. She was the perfect submissive wife. She did everything you asked her to, all the way down to the nitty gritty. That means you made money off this woman. You wasn't able to invest because of this woman.
Well,
Your
see,
kids was raised.
that's what I'm saying. When I originally spoke to this, when you brought up the million married for 30 years, I clearly stated that there can be. What did I say, Trev? It can get to year 10. It
And
can
you
get to year 7. It could get to year 8, and you end up in a what? Sexless marriage for the
right.
next 10 years. I'm saying
Easily.
you're moving the goalpost, saying that
Never
the
moved the
whole
goalpost.
you did. You just said the whole 30 years was perfect.
I always said the whole 30 years. The whole argument that we're having is based off of what I said, which is
No,
if
the
And
you
whole
then you
argument
added
was
then you
based
added if he
on what the woman
died and
said
all
in the
this extra
video.
shit.
your argument against me was I said if you said Sweeney, how can you count that as a win? I said, and again I reiterated, you're talking about a woman that pretended to be the perfect wife for 30 years. Yes,
No, I'm
I
not.
will.
That's not what I was. Well, let me
Well,
correct you.
then we missed up. Then we're not even arguing at that point.
My whole premise was aligned with what the video displayed. I didn't deviate from that.
That
Y'all
woman,
started, what y'all did was y'all took this woman in this video clearly said she didn't respect this dude. She just did what he wanted her to do. He said the things she wanted. I'm saying that if you take 30 years of a woman performing or whatever, or she get into a marriage, a performative wife, at some point in time, she can unbecoming of a wife. She can start backsliding, or she can start changing. She can start what did she say? Chameleon spirit. She can start baiting and switching on you. I'm saying that this stuff is taking place in real life. It's not something that's just made up. And I'm saying that even though these women are changing, these men still are sitting here trying to fix it. Because what do we do as men? We try to fix shit. We all it's literally nothing that it's not a whole bunch of things that we can't fix. But yeah, if the woman is out here sleeping with another man, yeah, okay. But still, that still makes my point though. These women are getting into these marriages, man, and they literally turn into somebody else, and the guy don't even recognize these women. And I'm
Darwin.
saying, what you're
we're
trying to say is
arguing
this
two
woman is
different points.
perfect. I'm like, no, this woman is not going to be perfect the whole 30 years.
Nope.
Darwin, listen to me, bro. Listen to me. I'm hearing you. I've been listening to y'all for a long time. I'm hearing you. I don't know if you're listening to what I'm saying. Structurally, a woman is supposed to submit to her man. A woman is supposed to respect her man.
I
A
know all
woman
that.
is supposed to remain in her femininity with her man. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay. Do you think men or guys operate that way?
I believe that men have some type of understanding of how that a woman's supposed to operate.
No, no, no,
But I
no.
do.
Do men operate? The guys that you're talking about who's complaining, I was one of those men. That's why, listen, my ex-wife's father should have never gave me his blessing to marry his daughter. I was just too young. He didn't vet me properly to make sure that I had the necessary skills. I mean, I grew up in a fatherless home. There was things I just didn't know.
Yes, the men operate that way.
No, the
Yes.
men you're talking about, they operate that way, that a woman
Yes.
must respect him, submit to him,
Yes.
and remain in her femininity.
Yes, they do.
There's
Yes.
no way in hell that them dudes had a woman on a program like that. She abided by said program. And then the relationship came to an end, and he didn't believe that he got his just due out that 20-30 year relationship. Because you got
I'm saying whether it's 20, whether it's 5, whatever. I'm saying that men are operating like this. They're communicating their structure, the structure that you just explained,
right,
and these women are transforming on them.
right.
I'm saying the perfect
dog,
example. The perfect example was the Tyrese Samantha Lee situation.
no, that's a terrible example, because Tyrese definitely does not have structure. Tyrese, 90% of these celebrity dudes are bagging women off their success and their fame. They're
Okay,
not.
that's fine, but that don't mean he can't have structure.
He don't got no
because you have
structure.
money-
He don't got no structure, dog.
Just because you have money don't mean you have. How do we know that he didn't? How do we know he didn't outline how his household was supposed to operate?
But you're saying, but listen,
If you watch how he
don't know,
operates
but you're
outside of that
operating
marriage,
as he did. You're operating as if he did.
What I'm
You
saying
don't
is,
know.
the reason why I'm saying this is all I'm saying, bro. We're seeing examples of marriages come to a divorce, and we're shocked. Like, we never saw any signs or any indication of this marriage ever even come. Like, have you ever went down your timeline or ever turned on the TV and then you say, "Oh, these two are filing for divorce"? You're like, "What the fuck? Where does this come from?" You can just say yes or no.
Wait, explain. Say it again.
Have you ever turned on your TV or went down your Instagram timeline or whatever and seen a post or an article or a report of a couple that didn't give off any signs or have any issues in the public eye, and all of a sudden their marriage is coming to an end, irreconcilable difference, and you're like, what I'm saying is, yeah, I get it. We don't know what's going on in the household, but the point still remains. You don't know whether they're going to get the man has created any structure or he didn't. It doesn't. Your argument still doesn't stand that he's not a man because he didn't give structure, or what'd you say? Travis Hunter is not a man.
He ain't.
He is a man. He just lacked discernment.
No, he's an adult male.
So what you're doing is you're giving feminists and people who want to tear down masculinity ammunition to attach connotations or strip us of who we are. You have guys out here that just don't have the education or the upbringing. That doesn't mean they're not a man.
Call them something until they develop into the thing that we're going to call them. Travis Hunter is not a professional athlete, is he? As good as he is, he's projected to be the #1 overall pick. Is he a professional athlete? No.
Okay, so
he's not.
So what makes
technically he is, because
technically he's not. He hasn't been drafted yet.
So when you get paid,
what makes you a man then?
No. Well, he's not. He's not paid to be a professional athlete. You have to be under some contract through a league or whatever. This whole
thing you're doing, Will.
This NIL don't make you a professional athlete. You're still an amateur athlete. You just happen to be getting paid, which I understand in white. The technicality of being paid to do what you do makes you a professional. But we know he's not attached to any league. He's a role independent guy. If that's the case.
You also give people like Travis Hunter, who are men, you also give them an scapegoat. You also give them an excuse indirectly by saying he's not a man yet. So when he do fuck up in life, he can use the excuse you gave him to say,
No,
well,
because you still be
they said
punished.
I wasn't a man, so this is the reason
No,
why.
you still gonna
You're
be
letting him off
punished
the
to your
hook.
crime. Ignorance of the law is not a defense of the law. They send kids to prison.
In my book, and what I believe, everybody on this panel is a man, regardless if you got your shit together.
Not my book.
You are a man. You are a man.
And we have two fundamentally, structurally different views on the world, and that's why there's a conflict.
And that's fine. And that's probably where we're going to agree to disagree.
Well, I don't agree to disagree. I just accept that you have.
I don't use connotations like a real man.
I don't use that either.